All right, good day, hi, now. Bleh. Good day, hi, and welcome. All right, before the camera cuts off and runs out of battery, just a quick comparison between these two saws, which one I like better. Now that I've used them for about a week and a bit, I've done way more cutting with that one, I'll be all honest with you. And my bias is more towards still, because I like the look of the saws and whatever. But 31 cc's with the MS 180, 34 cc's with the Husky 235 here. Got the 14-inch bar on that one. Got, I believe, a 15 or 16-inch bar on that one. Personally, I say go with a shorter bar on both of them, unless it comes that way, whatever. They're not powerhouse saws. Again, you're not going to be following big beasts like that. And to give you an idea what I'm talking about, I think this is the the narrow side of the tree. So you're not going to be following trees like that with it. That's not what these saws are about. These are like branch murdering mayhem saws. Lots of fun. This thing lives in the back of the truck here. It's great. After using them both for about a week, and I did quite a bit of branching with that the other day too, just to give it a fair shake. And I do notice, even though that's 34 cc's, this one's a little more snappy, a little more powerful, but then it has the shorter bar, and that's probably why. They're very, very comparable. Weight-wise, I do believe this still is a tad bit lighter. Could be because of the shorter bar, but that's a thicker bar too. So it's weird. It's a shorter bar, but it's a thicker bar. So mass-wise, I don't think there's that much difference. This saw is a tad bit smaller of a saw. It's a little more compact. Enough to make a deal breaker? Probably not. If you're talking an inch, but you can see like the handle and the height. This is definitely a more, compact little saw. One huge feature, not huge feature, but feature that this has that this doesn't have is the dog catches here. They're not as good as metal ones, but they will grip a little bit. But I do find this saw is much more performancy. That said, this saw was rebuilt. I don't know to what level. Yeah, you can't go wrong with either saw, but for me, I'm probably more of a fan of this saw, and I'm definitely keeping this saw till the day he dies. He's been getting a lot of work, and this saw has been like paid for itself. I don't even own it yet, and it's already paid for itself almost 3 times, so pretty good. This one, it'll take a little more to pay for him, but another maybe 3 or 4 days of use with them. But yeah, both great saws. Got that one for $250, got that one for $300, and I'm not basically paying for these saws with cash. I'm paying for them with labor, because the people that they want to work more than the money. They don't need the money, they want the work. So say, hey, how about we give you some tools for because they're also downsizing and stuff like that because they're retired. Yeah, so basically 550 bucks worth of saws here, brand new. The new version of this is like 380 to 600 bucks depending where you shop. The new Husky equivalent of this, I'm not sure what model it is, but the new version is about 500-600 bucks. So 550 for 2 saws, not bad. The saws have already made me money, and God knows how much money they're going to make me in the future, right? But that said, my dad's probably going to get this one on me. I'm just going to give it to him. I'm just going to give it to him because, yeah, he needs a little saw too. So he's got big saws, but he doesn't have a little saw. So, but yeah, if I'm going to recommend a saw though, even though this one, it's simpler here, but you got that. If you have to prime it. This one, you have 4 settings. You've got off, you've got a choke, you've got run, and then you've got a start. But you don't have to prime it like that. So that's one of the reasons why I like this still a little bit more. Both have the old style caps. They are what they are. This has the little sight windows, so you can see where your fuel's at. Is that an extra selling advantage? I don't know. Both have good handbrakes, adequate handbrakes. Ergonomics is about the same on both. Maybe the Husky handle's a little bit nicer. I don't know. It's like it's a handle, right? So yeah, it's really hard to nitpick these saws, which one's better or whatever. But I do notice that the still does cut a little bit better. Both have relatively new chains on them. Relatively, you know, that bar is practically brand new. Yeah, so that's what I'm at. That's what I think. You can't go wrong with either. If it my choice is the SthiI, just because I think this is just, you know, like, we're you know, like, we're supposed to be in an area where we have flying cars, right? But and we're still using that, right? This, they figured out how to get away from that. Not a deal breaker, but you know what I mean. So that's just my take. Couple extra little features on the SthiI that you don't have, like I say, such as this. Not a big, on the bigger saws with the big teeth, it makes a lot more of a better deal. This one doesn't have it. So yeah, but both saws run really good. Yeah, you know, it's like blonde brunette, you know what I mean? Redhead, blonde brunette, redhead. That's what you're choosing through here. But for me, just like this one just a little bit better. More compact, little, seems like a little more torque to it. Seems like an angrier saw. Seems to rev a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go. So you guys tell me what you think. Which one would you choose and why? And have yourselves a great day.